A relatively unknown object lurks in the background of One Piece, its importance going unnoticed, but in this video we're going to bring it into the light. It was first revealed in chapter 175 with the odd occurrence of a devil fruit user floating on the water, which should be impossible, but the item we're discussing today brings that impossibility into reality. While some might believe this was a plot hole, in the SBS of chapter 230, the situation was further explained by Oda. Mr. 3 is a devil fruit user, so how come he's able to float on the water? I got a lot of inquiries about this one, there were lots of guesses too. However, you're all wrong. There's a good reason for this. There just happened to be a piece of floating wood under Mr. 3's body. Mr. 3 was floating on top of it. Anyway, on average, the buoyancy of a human is about 3 splays. A sumo wrestler is about 5 splays. But that piece of wood was especially magnificent and had a record buoyancy of 13 splays. That's according to Flotus Stretchington. Now what's this mysterious wood Oda brought up? With a supernatural buoyancy and unparalleled ability to float? Was it just a one-time thing he brought up never to be seen again? Well, since this video exists, I'm sure you know the answer. But what are the limits of its powers? Can it float from the bottom of the ocean? Well, let's see by traveling to Fishman Island. In chapter 653, when the Straw Hats were leaving the island, how were they able to float up from the bottom of the ocean all the way to the New World? What brought Luffy to the Sea of his Dreams? This again was further explained by Oda in a SBS. Frankie mentions a special wood that floats really well. It occurred to me, is this related to the super floaty wood that kept Mr. 3 afloat in the water in chapter 175 back in Alabasta? You noticed? Excellent. In the SBS corner of volume 25, I revealed the truth behind Mr. 3's incredible buoyancy despite his devil fruit powers, and this is the same thing. This is what I was talking about back then. Let me guess you all thought I was just making it up back then to cover up a mistake, right? Wrong. I already had this entirely planned out. No, really. You gotta believe me. This super floaty wood, which has the ability to make dreams come true for some, can also be a crushing reminder for those whose dreams have died. Let's revisit the start of this story for a moment. In a dark, desolate office of a man whose dreams of becoming the Pirate King were shattered by the monsters of this world. Mutilated and scarred by the harsh reality of the new world, he ran away from his hopes and dreams. But he kept one keepsake from his past. What allowed him to go to the Sea of Monsters in the first place? He kept this magical wood longing for the days of his past, having thoughts about alternate realities for countless years. From Crocodile to Luffy, from someone who's lost their dreams to someone who chases them no matter what. The dichotomy between these two, the one who runs away while mindlessly holding on to the past, versus the one who looks forward into the future and acts to achieve their dreams, that is the story of Super Floaty Wood.